I'm up by 13 points against the Orlando Magic. Looking pretty good so far. I don't want to get my hopes up because we've seen big first half from the Bulls before, but the Bulls absolutely rebounding as a team. Almost every member of the Bulls who have checked in the game, except for DeMar DeRozan, has gotten a rebound. Vooch already with 8 rebounds in the first half of the game so far. He also chips in 17 points, leading the Chicago Bulls in scoring. Zach's 6 for 10 from the field, 1 for 3 from three-point range, but he has 15 points already, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, only 1 turnover for him. The Bulls, 8 turnovers so far in the first half to the Orlando Magic 7. Bulls, 57% from the field, 31% from three-point range. They have 12 assists so far on 24 made baskets, so that's pretty solid as well. 3 offensive rebounds as a team. The Orlando Magic shooting 41% from the field right now and 16% from three-point range. So let's see which team can get hot from the three-point line, if either one does. But Bulls putting together a pretty solid half. But as you guys know, the last 2 losses, we've had pretty solid first halves. So I'm not really getting too excited about it. I'm going to change something real quick. I do want to test something. So if you guys are listening to this, just let me know what it sounds like, please, for a second. Let me know I'm going to switch my mic. Let me know what this sounds like in the comments real quick. Never mind. Forget it, y'all. I don't think it's working the way that it should. I'm trying to test something, and I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's going quite right yet. I'm just trying this overhead mic I got here, but, we'll figure it out. Be careful because we've seen this story before, and this doesn't work out so well a lot of times against bad teams, I guess is what you mean. But, yeah, absolutely. That's why the Bulls cannot let up. They can't assume that this is going to be a win or anything like that. They have to come in and execute. Now we pray they don't forget to play basketball in the next half like the last 2 games. Completely agree with you, John Walker. Markel, we about to blow this lead too. The ref sucks. Well, let's have some faith, bro. But yeah, the officiating is very weird in this game. You have to like the defense that Patrick Williams is playing on the rookie. Pat is guarding Banchero pretty good. I didn't think Banchero, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it. I didn't have much hope for P. Will's ability to guard him in this game, but Banchero's 2 for 10 in this game. He does have 6 rebounds. I'd like to see P. Will box him out a little bit more. But yeah, a really good defensive game. P. Will's checked in, basically been in the game every minute Banchero's been in the game for that length. And we'll see how it goes. The thing that worries me in this game so far is that the scoring attack for the Magic is very balanced. When you look at them, they have every player that's checked into the game for them has scored so far except Suggs. But there's a lot that like 6 points, 5 points. Banchero 6 points, Wagner 5 points, Carter 6 points, Fultz 7 points, Gary Harris with 5 points, Isaac with 2, Wagner, the other Wagner with 7, Bol with 4, Cole Anthony with 5. So it's really balanced. So my concern is that if any one of those players get hot, God forbid 2 of them get hot, it can completely change the outlook of this game and not in the Bulls' favor. So that is worrying me a little bit in this game so far. But outside of that, they're playing pretty good defense. Haize, let's set a prayer before the second half, bro. I mean, let's hope so. Let's hope this team doesn't have yet another second half collapse. Come on, man. Well, it doesn't look familiar. Can't ask for anything more, though. Good first half. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I know that we, as Bulls fans, we've seen this story before, but, I mean, the Bulls are doing what they need to do. They should be up by a double-digit lead in this game in the first half. Third quarter scared me. That's from Silk Ron. Completely agree with you, brother. Completely agree. I saw the Magic on the schedule and got nervous. You still should be nervous. Let's be clear here. We should still be very nervous about this game with how the Chicago Bulls have been playing lately in second halves. Man, no lie, I ain't even smile. Honestly, don't care whether we win right now. I obviously don't want to lose, but the past 2 games are irritating as fuck. They whooped us into fucking trade talks. Well, I mean, I don't think that really caused the Bulls trade talks. It's just, speculation that happens around the trade deadline. Most of the speculation you see pop up at this point, this close to the trade deadline, very rarely turns into anything substantial. Give me 1 second. We're 12 days away from the NBA trade deadline. 12 days. That's crazy. Brandon LJ, first of all, Brandon, Thank you for the cash app, bro. I didn't see it till like maybe 2 hours ago or something, bro. I didn't even know after the hangover you sent me that. Thank you for your support always, bro, of this channel, man. You mean the world, bro. But he says, I'm here to support Haize. Fuck the Bulls, bro. I feel you. I'm glad that you're here to support me, man. That's all I can say. Okay, now remember there are 2 more quarters left. That means you have to play for 2 more quarters to win. You haven't won. Why are you saying that to me? I understand that. You got to talk to the Bulls with that. Send that to Zach LaVine. Haven't watched the game, but I see we're up. We're losing. We losing by 20. Wow. Come on, Alana. Wow. That's crazy. Bulls up, Dodgers to the lead again, meaning we're going to lose by Billy being outcoached in the second half. They stopped doing what they're doing, stop playing defense, etc. I know we're all jaded, but let's see. Let's see what this team does, man. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Dad in the building. Bulls win by 10. If Dad said it, so it be so. I hope so, Dad. I really do, Pop. I really hope so, Dad. Haize, you had my comment on the screen and then skipped it. Was my comment trash or something? Bro, if I did, I'm right now. I'll be reading stuff and scrolling. If I had it up and missed it, here it goes. I'm not advocating for unrealistic trades, but I just want to know how a scenario could work. If Portland came to us with a trade, could they unprotect their pick? Is that against? No. Technically, the Portland could even trade to a different team. Technically, Portland could trade their pick and say, okay, well, if it doesn't fall in the lottery, it goes to the Bulls. But if it is in the lottery, it goes to this team. So no, the Portland could absolutely, if they do a trade with the Bulls, one of the things the Bulls could ask for is them to remove the protections from that pick. That would be a heck of a trade. I mean, I think we've seen it before. This happened in other things recently. I think something like that happened this recent offseason. Haize, I noticed a trend of us getting Vooch involved in the first half of games and then completely forgetting about him in the second half. Welcome to the Bulls since last season, brother. They've been doing that since last season. So tired of the Bulls fans talking about the NBA trade deadline. If you're a real fan of the Bulls, you know that has nothing to do with us. No, and we got to stop with that. One thing I don't like is gatekeeping. We got to stop with this. If you're a real fan, you'll do this. If you're a real fan, you'll do that. If you're a real fan, you'll cheer for this. Like, no, you're still a fan. People just air their fandom differently, and especially when they're frustrated with the team. You have some people that do like, no, I want to see them build this. You have some people that with their frustration with their team, they're going to say, listen, I want this team to get better, and if we have to be worse for a little while to be better, let's go full rebuild. It doesn't mean somebody's more of a real fan than not. It's just that's where people get their expectations or their hope wrapped up in, because they just want to see the team do better. Now, you do have some of the casual fans that are just like, oh, let's just, especially the people who just came in when Lonzo came in. Those fans suck. I'm not like most of them. Let me not say all of them, because there are some that came on when Lonzo Ball got signed that are great members of this channel and really do support the Bulls. But you have the casual people who just came in because a member of the Ball family signed the Chicago Bulls, and some of those people are terrible. We had a good first half. No one on the Magic had double-digit score going to the second half, but for some reason this game feels like a game where DT should be in. It can't wait till they unleash him. I can't wait till they unleash him. Hey, listen, it may be till next season, but I do think Dalen Terry is going to be a damn good player for us. Bulls up Dodgers lead again, meaning we're going to lose. Oh, you already said that, bro. Why are you leaving the same? Or did I just read the same one twice? That's my fault if I did that. You ain't got to leave the same comment twice, fam. Clown referees, bro. Yeah, it's officiating around the NBA sucks. Like, the NBA has to do something this offseason. They have to do something. Let's hope the team doesn't start playing emotional due to bad calls. This team is very susceptible to that, as we all know. It's a high probability that could happen. A lot of people want Vooch traded, but I haven't heard of who they can get from him that would be an upgrade. I agree with that, Reginald, because there's not a lot of players that are upgrade from Vooch. There are players that are upgrade like in one aspect. Like, you can get players that are better defenders than Vooch, absolutely. You can get some centers that are even better shooters than Vooch. But like the combination of the skill set that Vooch brings on the offensive side of the ball, it's really hard to replace that. And as I've said before, if you replace Vooch with just a defensive player that can block shots and rebounds but can't pass worth shit, that's going to drastically change this offense. Could it be for the better? Could it be for the worse? I mean, hopefully we don't have to find out. But yeah, D-Dub, Haize, I take back saying the Charlotte's court was the ugliest court I've ever seen. The Magic court is worse. The blue-gray colors messing with my eyes, especially me. Like I have. I'm nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in the other. So like when the colors are too similar, if there's not enough, like my eyes do weird things trying to get depth and like I have to put on my glasses. I'm gonna get a headache. You're welcome, Haize. I was about to call Cash App and oh no, I appreciate you, brother. I definitely appreciate you, fam. Facts, but if you know our management, then you know better. I agree. Like if people understand and watch what this management team is doing, then they'll know that that AK is unlikely to make a major trade. There may be something small to happen. You don't know. Like they could do something, especially since if you hear that they may be interested in moving Drummond, but I'm not expecting much of the trade deadline. I'm especially not expecting anything big at all. Understand that point of view. It just feels like some people only really like the team and aren't really a fan of it. If that makes sense, more a fan of the Bulls brand than basketball at times. Oh, there's absolutely that. And I've said this before, like the Bulls have a fan base and a recognition worldwide because of the Jordan era. We just do. And then you have some fans that are modern fans that came on when Lonzo Ball came in, or, they're DeMar DeRozan fans or things like that come in and they're not a fan of the franchise. They're a fan of a player. For example, Keith, who doesn't really pop up anymore in here because I used to go off on him all the time. Like he literally has point guard insecurity. Any other point guard that does good, he's like, oh, we got to trade them. We got to trade. It's like, what sense does that make? And then I realized, oh, you're not actually a Bulls fan. You're a Lonzo Ball fan. So anything that you think could be a threat to Lonzo Ball when he comes back, you start acting crazy on. It's like those fans you just got to ignore. But also you have just casual basketball fans and the 2K fans that just think everything is like 2K. Like, let's trade, let's make a move. And they'll say, oh, we didn't make 5 signings this offseason. We're trash. Like it's stuff like that. It's crazy. Fuck the refs and play ball, man. Stop crying and hoop. We're not getting calls. We never do. Just play damn. The refs throw us off our games more than players do. At times I would definitely say that. Y'all still want Miles Turner? He's got a 2 year, $60 million. Well, like I said, I think they did that deal because it makes it easier for them to trade. It extends their their deadline to trade him. Right now, they don't have to worry about trying to find a deal that may not be a great deal by this trade deadline, which is 12 days away. Now they can go into the offseason, and then a team that could trade for Miles Turner will have him under contract for 2 years. Doesn't have to worry about negotiating with him. So I do think that the extension of Miles Turner, it only being 2 years, still symbolizes to me that they are going to be maybe not shopping him, but they're definitely going to be listening to offers. Turner got that bag. $30 million a season really isn't that bad. It's really not that big of a bag in modern day NBA. Like it's not. But hey, shout out to him for getting his money. Reinsdorf is a great business owner. He just doesn't give a shit about winning championships. Oh yeah, like I'll get Jerry Reinsdorf to balance my checkbook every single day. But if I'm doing something that you need some passion about, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. D-Dub says, hey, he seemed like DeMar's getting a tech almost every game lately, not getting any respect from these refs. Hey man, sometimes you gotta take a tech. It's not hard to be mad at the refs when we lose in our team's defense because after every loss, we see it at times due to a call. So getting hit and not hearing a whistle is a trigger to the Bulls right now, man. I do. And I think the officiating, don't get me wrong. If we as fans of the NBA recognize that the officiating has been god awful this season, you think the players don't talk about it? You think the players don't realize that? Imagine the conversations that the players are having besides the player meetings, we don't care about that. But just imagine the conversation the players are having and while they're traveling together, while they're on planes, stuff like that. They're probably like, hey man, can you believe what's the one ref's name? Tony Brothers. Like, can you believe him the other day? Like, I know that he's a ref that calls us pretty tough sometimes too, but yeah, they definitely notice it as well. Ooh. Sometimes just cleaning your glasses makes huge difference. It's like going from 1080p to 4K when I just cleaned off my glasses. I can see again. Would love for Billy to run some plays for Pat. Good stuff from the Bulls so far. Absolutely. The game's coming back on, guys. I'll be back here post-game show. Make sure you guys are tuned in today in the post-game show, man. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you guys aren't already. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red. It's game day. Peace, y'all.